Hey all, Nesso here. The other day a few people asked me for my Ashe setup, so I thought I'd whip up a video for my loadout for Ashe. I've been wanting to review Ashe, but it was mentioned they were reworking him soon, so the full review will be when that happens. I've recently gone on a buying spree after announcing Trinity Prime's Prime Access was ending, buying myself Arcane Fury and Arcane Trickery for my Ashe. Paired with the new body count mod, Ashe has reached ridiculous levels of damage. I was even able to keep up with a mag and damage during an augmented shield sortie mission. Appropriately named the Press 4 to win loadout, my setup focuses on Ashe's ultimate, Bladestorm. This skill is one of the hardest hitting abilities in the game, and it goes through armor, making it great for augmented armor sorties or elemental resist sorties since it deals primarily in slash damage. At max rank, Bladestorm targets up to 18 enemies, marks them red, and Ashe and 2 clones go crazy stab mode on these guys. While most people hate running with an Ashe for this ability, most people don't seem to realize if Ashe or his clones aren't touching the marked target, they can be damaged. A thing most Ashe players also don't realize is that attack speed heavily influences this ability. Having a faster attack speed means a faster animation for his crazy stab mode, making it important to run Fury on your weapons. It is also recommended to run Berserker, but this involves walking up to something and proccing it with melee, as it does not proc from Bladestorm. A Press 4 build can't have that in my opinion, as that takes effort, but I do sometimes add Berserker to my slide attack build Sidon or Orthos. With the weapon's long reach and guaranteed crit with the new Maiming Strike mod, you can build up Berserker easily. Paired with Arcane Fury, Bladestorm's animation goes extremely fast. If you happen to get Warcried by Valkyr or sped up by a Vault, the animations are almost instant. I've yet to have an issue with damage, but Savage Silence from Banshee and Radiant Finish from Excalibur further boost the damage of this ability. Every Ashe player also knows that Ashe is most vulnerable after Bladestorming, which is why I have Arcane Trickery. 20 seconds of stealth is a lot of time to go for a walk and find a new target. I also usually run with a primary or secondary that can reduce nullifier bubbles quickly, like the Tiburon or the Twin Grakadas. These allow me to take out those nasty nullifiers when I need to. Loadout isn't completely stuck to being a selfish player though. With my original One Forma build, I was able to come up with a build with enough duration to be able to safely revive teammates. Paired with Ashe's teleport, he makes a great medic. I also further improved on the build with 2 more Forma, allowing me to slap on corrosive projection. This helps out the team with corrosive projection setups. While Ashe doesn't need it, you are still part of his squad, and in my opinion should be able to help out the team in any way you can. While the weapon isn't important, I tend to run a Karist on my Ashe. Using the covered lethality mod, Ashe can teleport to an enemy, opening them up to finishers, allowing him to instantly kill them. It's useful when you need to revive an ally but don't have the time to Bladestorm due to being animation locked. With body count and Ashe's Bladestorm augment, Ashe's melee combo multiplier lasts about 18 seconds. I personally do not run with the Rising Storm augment, choosing Smoke Shadow, the Smokescreen augment instead. This reduces the combo duration to 15 seconds. And while the augment does have 2 main drawbacks, that being a set 5 meter range unaffected by range mods and Smokescreen's already short duration, I run this augment because nullifiers do not dispel the ally's stealth, allowing them to run into a nullifier bubble and take them out. While the release of the Naramon focus tree does allow this, not everyone runs Naramon, and it is a handy augment to have if your group is coordinated enough to use this. Now on to how I mod my Ashe. My first build is the build I usually run with. It's balanced with a decent enough power strength. When your combo multiplier gets high enough and you hit for 3 times damage, it can keep up with the higher power strength builds. The build has enough power efficiency to keep spamming Bladestorm. I also usually run with the Zenuric tree to also keep a steady flow of energy. Once the passive is active, there are no real issues with this build. My second build is my solo play build, or in a group, a friend of mine calls it the Ashe Hole build. Maximizing on damage in exchange for any duration. This makes Smokescreen useless, but it's 50% more power strength, resulting in 1,000 more damage over my first build. I don't usually run this build because the Trinity main in me makes me frown. While I often preach about not making the game too simple that it gets boring, sometimes you just want to do sorties without any effort and to get your reward for the day. I also don't go out of my way to cap focus, but when I level my weapons, I tend to run Draco in public matches or just with another friend. Bladestorm helps clear out the field and grab that focus for myself. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed checking out my Ashe loadout. If you enjoyed it or found it interesting, give her a thumbs up. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a good one.